line at mymix1041.com or text us at 423-614-6499.
Well, our friends from Wacker are here this morning. Love to have Wacker in this morning. And it is, of course, Mental Health Month. Mental Health Awareness Month was last month, but Wacker doing quite a few seminars and that sort of thing, some special programming there. Katie Dennis joins us along with Priscilla Davis and also Stephanie McGreevy. Katie, I want to begin with you. Tell me about what this means to Wacker, this awareness.
Our employees, our community, making sure that we're listening and taking care of their health, safety, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. That's been something that I've been here 9 months. We've really tried to hone in on and respect.
And you are the HR
Yes,
director there
I am.
at Wacker. So I guess when you're hiring people and bringing people in, that's a message they get, don't they?
Yep. Yeah, I think we're trying to enhance more within the site, what we're doing for our employees, again, in the community, but then as they're coming in, and hopefully that's something that's attracting them to want to come to Wacker. But definitely more promotion of that, different activities going around it right now.
And I believe, Priscilla, you've been coordinating this at Wacker, is that right?
I have, yeah. It's
Tell
been a
me,
lot of fun.
come up a little bit toward the mic. Tell me why this was important to you.
Well, it's important to me because I actually suffer from depression myself, and it's something that I just think that we need to talk more about. And we've had different tragedies off and on, all of us, and I started going to a grief group meeting that Stephanie actually hosts. I go to it every Thursday night after something happened to me in December. And people, they think of grief as being, a death or something like that. But grief isn't just death. Grief is loss of a job, maybe loss of a relationship. It could be, you're in financial hardship or something like that. I mean, grief comes in all different forms, and we all experience it in some way. It could be, we're grieved over, a loss of a pet.
Sure.
I mean, a pet is
Sure.
a part of the family.
Absolutely.
So there's all these reasons, and the team members actually started talking about it as well. And I went to Katie and said, Katie, listen, I go to this, grief group meeting, and I've met this fabulous woman, Stephanie, that just, rocks my world every week. I look forward to seeing her. And honestly, Katie was the first of many of our HR directors that actually embraced it. And I had prayed about it before I even went in to talk to her, because I was like, oh, please let this time, somebody be receptive to it. And Katie was absolutely receptive to it. So it was just a blessing. So I've had fun.
Well, that's great that a company gets behind it like that, talking about Wacker. All right, so Stephanie, you're apparently, you got a great meeting on Thursday nights. We got to check this out.
Yes, for sure. At one church, shout out to my people, the pastors, Pat and Michelle McCulley. We do that there. He's so graciously allowed me. Shiloh, his son, helps me. Yeah.
We know that.
Them Spears. I can't say enough great things about the McCulleys and the Spears, but they allow me to do a grief group there on Thursday nights from 6 to 8, which is where I met Priscilla, and I'm not really that special. But
She did.
I did lose a daughter in 2023 to suicide, and it was just tragic. She'd worked at Chick-fil-A corporate. Shout out to our Chick-fil-A family. They've been great to us. But she took her own life in the distress of a loss of a relationship. And this is what I do for a living. And I just missed some things. I really believe I missed some things. And what did that look like? Well, for me to move on, I really needed to make it matter. And that's how I make that matter, is through opening up my heart, my own vulnerability to that grief group. And then from there, it's just taken off. And Wacker's been so graciously accepting of me and supportive, and just they're great. They show up to the workshops, and they're engaged, and that makes my job easy. But I'm a late bloomer. I finished school later in life, so I got my master's degree, and it's just amazing how God has just expanded my territory from Athens. I'll be taking a job with Restoration Clinic as well, and just from a little tiny grief group that's grown, with just people coming together to, I think our pastor teaches us we're deficient by design, and I always use that. We need each other. And so, I've been teaching at Wacker, when you're vulnerable as a team lead, then your team members can come to you, and they feel like that they can reach out when you're vulnerable about your own life and your own mental health.
Yeah, and obviously, look, there's a lot of grief, and as you said, there's a lot of reasons for grief. I mean, and so if people wanted to reach out to you, get more information about what you do, what would you tell them?
Right now I work at Health Connect America. Shout out to my Health Connect family, love them, and my husband Tommy, who I could not do any of it without. It's a miracle that I made it through the loss of a child. Without his support, that wouldn't have happened. But 808 White Street in Athens, Tennessee. You can get a hold of me at Help Connect America. One Church, we do a 10 a.m. service on Sunday mornings. Everybody's welcome. We got some crazy folk. I always tell people we're not church people. I don't know if that offends somebody or people or not, but we are not church people. And so just great connections, and we're really a family. But yes, Help Connect America is where you can get in touch with me, or even Restoration Clinic. They guide people my way as well.
Priscilla, anything you want to add here before we go?
I'm just so excited about having these workshops. I mean, really, and I'm hoping, we're even talking about it regionally. We've had people reach out to us, and they're wanting, corporate has reached out, and they really want to kind of mirror what we're doing here. This past month, what we've been talking about is PTSD, and PTSD, people don't realize all the different kinds of symptoms that come with PTSD. It literally can be as small as someone not being able to pay attention at work, sitting at their computer. I sit at my computer many hours during the day, and if somebody notices that I'm just not being able to concentrate, or I'm dozing off or whatever, that isn't necessarily that I'm tired. It literally can be a symptom from PTSD, and people think of PTSD as being associated with veterans and war and things like that, and it's really not. I mean, it can come from all kinds of different forms. Something that happened to me in December. I just realized a couple of weekends ago that I have a little bit of that trauma still hanging on. And so I'm just excited to be talking about it. I'm excited for this opportunity. I'm so stoked over the fact that we have an HR director that is literally embracing our team members and wanting to listen to them and then bring them the opportunities that they're asking for. And so, yeah, I'm excited about that.
Well, that's just tremendous meeting all of you. Katie, I'll end this with you because it shows that Wacker cares a lot more than just about the work part of it. I mean, you care about the whole person.
Yeah, I think Wacker, we were moving forward in a different direction, in a positive way. We've taken, it's still a new site, right? Only 10 years old. Yeah. We continue to grow, not just, as your point, operationally, but as an industry, as a business, as a community member. I think it'll be very exciting to see, even in the next year or two, where we end. But I'm supportive of the team, but also thankful to Wacker for allowing us to do this, because it's something that not every company honestly would. It's a lot of time, commitment from others and the employees. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, well, thank you very much. Wacker, of course, just one of our great community partners in this overall community. Thanks, my buddy James Barnes, for setting all this up, as always. Wacker, and check them out. All right, we're going to take a quick break right here. Hey, we've got a lot of news this morning. All of that is on our website or the Mix 1041 app. Visit mymix1041.com. Back in a moment.
This news update is brought